Welcome to my NFL Week 4 bets and tips. Looking quickly at the results from last week, we didn't have a great week. We did get the Bills on the money line, the Buccaneers, the Chiefs, and the Seahawks. Now, most of those were our bigger bets at $100 plus. The only one which ended up losing that was $100 plus was the Packers money line. They had a chance to win the game. The kick got blocked, and the other team went down and did kick a goal with 2 seconds left to win the game. They were also leading 10-0 going into the fourth quarter and ended up losing 13-10. So a little bit of a bad beat there, especially when they were heavy favourites and they should have been able to close out the game in that fourth quarter, but just didn't happen. They were also one of our safe bets, so we did end up losing on that safe bet, but we did get the Bills winning on the other bet there. But obviously, a losing week overall. If we have a look at the action bets that we've had so far, 20 bets, there's been 13 wins, so not a bad strike rate for a profit of $86 on $1,560 outlay. Getting back to more where I would kind of expect the profit to kind of hover around that 2 to 3%. If we look at the safe bets that we've put in 5 bets. The Packers are the only loss that we've had there. They're generally low odds, so one loss does take a few games to win back. So we're currently at a loss of $200 on a $5,000 outlay. Not too worried about that. It's only 5 bets. Do expect to win around the 90% mark. So that's right on where I would expect. If we get a couple of wins here, we're back into the profit fairly easy. Okay, so looking at week 4, looking at the games, I've put up the odds there, mainly the odds which are available on Betfair. So let's have a look. So the Seahawks versus Cardinals. I've got the Cardinals by 1 here. Pretty close game. We've got the Seahawks there at $1.86. It could go either way. Don't expect either team to really blow out the score here. Will be interesting to see where that one ends up. Vikings versus Steelers. Got the Vikings by 2. They're $1.80. Again, based on those odds, there's no bet here. Steelers at $2.23 maybe, but you have to remember markets are pretty efficient, so if favorite is the favorite here, they are likely to go on and win. So probably won't have a bet on that. That's a bit too close. The Eagles versus the Buccaneers should be a great game to watch. I've got Eagles by 2. Market's got them a lot stronger than that at $1.56. I do expect the Eagles to win in a close one there. Saints versus Bills. I got the Bills by 14 here, hence they are a safe bet. $1.09 is pretty good odds if you can find it. It is available on Betfair. You won't find it with too many bookies though. I'll be having a bet on the Bills. I have already had a bet on the Bills. The Browns versus the Lions. I've got the Lions by 10, so again, winning by more than that touchdown. They're $1.20. They're solid favourites. That's about where I would expect them to be, and I believe that's a pretty safe bet to take as well. Titans versus Texans. I've got the Titans by 4. I should say that the Texans by 4 in that one. I've typed that one in wrong. It should be the Texans by 4 at $1.29. That's way too short for them, but I do think the Texans will win that one. The Chargers versus the Giants. I have the Chargers there by 11. $1.37. They are a bet. I don't think they're a safe bet, but definitely worth a bet at the $1.37. The Commanders versus Falcons. I've got the Commanders here winning by 5. You could have a small bet on them, given that they should win this in a very close one. Panthers versus Patriots. I've got the Patriots by 1. The market has them a lot stronger than that. I think the Panthers are going to step up for this game and put in a pretty good game, but we'll wait and see. The ratings do have the Panthers expected to perform in this game. The Colts versus the Rams. I've got the Rams by 1. Again, Rams are favourites, but way too short at $1.58 for a 1 point difference in the ratings. The Jaguars versus the 49ers. I have the 49ers by 3. Again, they are favourites, but at $1.60 odds, not exactly the best. Got the Ravens versus the Chiefs. I've only got the Ravens winning this by 1. I know the Chiefs haven't been playing well, but neither have the Ravens to what I would expect. I think it'll be a close game. Chiefs will get up for this. Ravens are favourites and should be, based on what's happened this year. I just can't pick who's going to win that one, but ratings do have Ravens in front. Bears versus Raiders. I have the Raiders by 1. This could almost be a draw. I could have said draw in here. It's got Raiders by such a slight edge. Got no idea. The market has the exact same idea. It's $1.99 for both teams. No idea who wins that. Should just be a good game to watch. Packers versus Cowboys. I have the Packers by 9. Packers let us down last week. They're $1.34 this week. I don't think they're a safe bet this week, but they definitely will be a bet. And the Jets versus Dolphins. Look, the ratings have the Dolphins there by 1. The odds that are in there for the Jets at 232 might be worth a small bet. And the Bengals versus the Broncos. Now, the Broncos are fairly solid in the market at $1.27, but I've got them only winning by 2. So it will be interesting to see how that game goes. I won't be betting them at $1.27. So if we have a look at the bets I've got for this week, which is the important thing that you obviously want to see. Let's start with the safe bets. So I've got the Bills and the Lions, $1,000 on each of those. If we win, we'll win $290. Hopefully we get both of those. That will bring us back into profit overall for the safe bets. And this will be bet 6 and 7. So out of 7 bets, we'll be back in profit even after having 1 loss. Looking at the action bets, we've got obviously the Bills and the Lions. I'll throw an extra $100 on there. Not everyone wants to put in the large amounts on the safe bets, but if you're looking for a smaller bet, you've got the Bills and the Lions there. Again, $1.09, $1.20. I've got the Chargers at $1.37. I've got the Commanders at $1.90, but only for the $10. I think the Chargers win it. I think the odds are good for that game, but it could go either way, so we're just putting in a small bet there for a bit of fun. And I've got the Packers money line there at $1.34 as well. So there's 4 bets there at 100 and 1 bet at $10. So let's see how that goes. Week 4, we're starting to get some form with the teams. We're starting to be able to trust the ratings a bit more. The markets are lining up with what our bets are. Hopefully we can get a little bit of value in this and end up with some wins for week 4. I'm going to leave it there. Good luck if you are having a bet. Good luck in any Survivor comps you're in, fantasy comps, things like that. And thanks for watching the video.